really close to the work. I've done it more or less sort of instinct. I'm like about 4 or 5 inches away. That's the sort of distance I like to do that. If it's closer, I'm not going to get the same type of cut. So you don't have to be close to the work all the time. Because when I'm doing this, I know what's happening. Hopefully. Get a good, nice move your body. That's what you need to do. When David Ellsworth and Melvin both do yoga or whatever they do, I don't know. It is quite good. Keep your body moving. One rule that I have is also find the wood, then find the cut, then move the tool. Don't move the tool to get a cut. So find the wood, it's not cutting, turn it slightly to the, in this case I'm just tipping it slightly because I'm cutting on the side, just tip it slightly to the left to get a better cut, and then I'm going to move. Don't try to do that to get a cut, because you might find it quite quickly. And then that's going to go.
My name's Mark Hancock. I'm based in Worcestershire and I've been turning over 20 years. The advantage of this one over other ones is that you can adjust that head so you can have the correct negative rake all around the vessel. I refer to it as freestyle turning. So there's not a lot of measurement involved and most of my work is decorative rather than functional. What I enjoy about my work is that there are no rules or boundaries, so I can do what I like, wherever my imagination takes me. We've gone through yet, Paddy?
No, you're okay. One good, yeah.
I'm demonstrating a finned vessel, a staggering goblet and a rocking bowl.
Do these cutters last a long time? Can you sharpen them? Or?
Yes to both questions. They last a long time, you hone them in situ with a diamond file, and then once you've been around the whole circumference, there's a sharpening jig that comes with the tool, and you can resharpen the tool.
I'm using the 1/2 inch bowl now. As you can see, I'm very confident with the blue joint. I'm pretty aggressive with it. I don't even think about it not coming off. This wood is pretty dry. I've turned that to about 1/2 inch wall thickness, and if this was wet, for instance, I'd put this aside at this time, or leave it perhaps an 1/8 thicker, if you will. So when you come back, it will have distorted, it will have ovaled up somewhat. Maybe that it started to part from the glue again on that joint. That's where you'd run more glue in, or knock that block off and put another. What you would do, if you had to do that, you would invert this and grab this bowl around here. You'd either put it up between centres if you wish, and clean the end off, but that's not so easy to do. It's much better if you can contract down onto the rim of the bowl with some chucking method. You know, the 4-jaw chucks will do that with wooden jaws on and so forth, or the button jaws or that sort of thing. Clamp it down and recut the bottom and put a new glue block on. So I'm using the 3/8 bowl goad to screw this off. And when it comes to the refining stage, I will show you this in a moment. I don't use scrapers on the outside of my bowl. This is what I shear cut the outside of all the bowls that I make, this side here. But it's only this part here, the first 3/8 to half an inch or so of that tool, between my fingers there. This part doesn't make any contact. I use that in planing cuts between centres, but I'm not going there because we're on bowls here. So this now, I let this come in, this tool, I bring that in here, let the heel rub and twist it in till it starts to bite, if you like. And then I shear up there all the way through, so I pull from the base to the top, shearing in that first 3/8 to half an inch with the bevel rubbing. So that's what I've got, that's this. Those things happen. I didn't need to resort to doing this like so, but you could do that, and that will do it. So at that stage, I'm now checking this clean. I didn't need to do what I've done, but I'm just showing you the methods that you can use, basically. And what I'm just doing here, I'm in the process of a large order of salad bowls. When I go back on Friday night, Saturday morning, I shall be in the workshop starting to work on 150 salad bowls. And what I've just done is what I shall be doing constantly, because they're all ash, and I know some of that wood is woolly, and they'll all be finished with the flame oil, and I shall resort to just softening the fibres once in a while to get it clean. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, and that's done. I'll just nick that corner off there so it's not a knife edge. And that now should be pretty darn good.
I'm Glenn Lucas, and I started turning about 20 years ago at the age of 16.
When it comes to buying bowl gouges, there's a lot of choice out there in the market, and most people go into a hardware store or their local tool supplier and they'll think, I want a 1/2 inch gouge, a 3/8 inch gouge, and maybe a 1/4 inch gouge. But what they don't ever look at, they normally first look at the price, and that really tells people what they want to do, and that's fair enough. But what you need to realise is there is a difference. You'll get a V-shaped tool, a U-shaped tool, or a parabolic shaped tool, and that's what I see when I look down the end of the bowl gouge.
What I would mainly focus on would be salad bowls in 3 different sizes and about 4 or 5 different shapes. Over the years I took on sort of production work, making spindles and certain work that I just try and stay clear of now. Because I have consistent orders of similar shapes and similar sizes, it's very easy to make a living. I have a mortgage, I have kids, a wife, so I have everything coming out of what I make on the lathe has to pay for all of those. And I have a good relationship with my customers. They know what they're getting, the quality is consistent, the shapes are consistent, and I deliver on time.
When I'm rough shaping a bowl, rather than sweeping the floor every day, I have a big 4,000 litre skip, and I work, I'm a right-handed wood turner, but I work left-handed, and I shoot the shavings into this big skip. So that's about 700 RPM at this stage. I go a bit faster than that at home, but I'll take my time here.
Well, I've started off by doing one on salad bowls, so I try and let people see exactly how I sharpen the tools, how I stand at the lathe. I talk about really bringing a tree to a bowl, so the sourcing material, how we process the log, how we dry it, and then the initial rough shaping, and then the final finishing. The second demo that I'm doing is one on thin wall bowls, and I don't think there's anything greater than a thin wall bowl to perfect tool skill, because what I've done in the demo this morning, I worked on 2 pieces, but I left myself about 10 minutes to finish the second one, which was down to a wall thickness of about 1 millimeter, and I think it just sharpens your senses working on that type of work. The last one we've done just a minute ago is on platters. So again, we look at sourcing material, drying it, and just choosing the right material from the log so that the piece dries in a certain way and doesn't warp afterwards.
So I'll go down. I need to take it a little easier on this lathe or I'm just going to stall everything, so I'll take it down.